Alright, so I have to give a trigger warning. So this is not comedy, and it's not quite poetry, it's not quite spoken word. It's just me. I have to get this out before I die, which is only, could be tomorrow. It's only a tomorrow away, so I'm just asking you hear me out. This is called Letter to a Friend About His Brother. You are angry, and you are wrong. His illness is not what killed him. I know because I have the same one. It's not that crazy chemical thing you, your mom, your dad, his doctors kept hounding on him to medicate that killed him. It was not that lion at his door that kept on scratching, the lion that kept him awake and shifting back and forth between the dimensions, the lion that kept letting in to tear him to pieces, to remind him which side he had to pledge allegiance to, that killed him. It wasn't. If it were, I would have done it too. If it were his illness, I would have done it too. I will tell you again what didn't kill him. I will tell you what kept him here as long as it did. What made him not pull the trigger the first time, the second time. Do you know how many times he held it there at his temple? Do you want to know what made him stay the other times? The gift. The gift you call his demon. The gift that lady who heard about your brother's suicide scoffed at and said, we all know what a horrible illness that bipolar is. That gift kept him here. That gift we mystically minded call interdimensional space-time shape-shifting character of waking and dreaming that is actually what kept him here as long as it did. I know. Because that's what keeps me here. Not the gift anymore. The memory of it. Because I gave it back. But I'm not writing to you about me. I'm writing to you about your brother. You are angry and you are wrong. His illness is not what killed him. It is that you called his gift a demon. It is that that lady called it a horrible illness. Horrible for who? For you? For your mother? For your father? For his friends? What killed him is y'all's calling it a curse. Y'all's calling it a chronic, gene-twisted, mutated mistake. It came too soon, this gift. It often does. When it is given to those who have it thrust upon us with a stroke of shock, a happening that rips out our throats screaming and whimpers us into submission, docs call it initial trauma. Okay, we're never ready. We're always too young, always whirlpooled into the depths of too fast, the bends, the time bends, and shut up about your chemicals. Fuck you all and your blah, blah, blah about imbalanced chemicals. It ain't got shit to do with chemicals. We just need y'all to tell us that the happening, the initial trauma was fucked up. It was the fucking devil's work, and that it's not. It was not our fault. Then our chemicals will balance themselves. The gift is there all the time, hiding in the silence where the mystics live, that place where we present the future, where time turns back on itself, and for us, it is as real as you and me. Like a wrinkle in time, this gift is just a shortcut, a tesseract, a fast track to eternity for a second and back. If we make it through listening to the doctor's bullshit about our fucked up mutated gene and think a minute feather falls at 9.8 meters per second squared, whether Galileo drops it from the fucking Leaning Tower of Pisa or I drop it from my window 6 stories above the story you thought you knew, the story that catches us, you, me, a feather, a quill, a plume, borrowed to us from the moonlight. Eau claire de la lune, mon ami, my friend Pierrot, to write a single word, fire. My candle is out, I have no more fire. Open your door, damn it, Pierrot, moonlight, eau claire de la lune, open your door so I can see. He was not sick. He was gifted with the gift too soon. He wasn't ready. None of us are. Mûrir, the French word for ripening. Mûr in French is a wall. Mûr in French is also a fruit, like a blackberry. Mûrir is a wall ripened into fruit, hard to soft, movement from resistance to acceptance, and that takes time. to become mature enough to ripen, to be confident enough to hold one's place there and shape-shift without shame, without resistance, without being shamed by being told how fucking sick you are over and over again, curling into a corner, trying so hard to escape that look of pity. Fuck your look of pity. We can handle the gift. Maybe. What we can't handle is you can't handle it. We can't handle your pain, your pity, your not so well hidden disgust, gust of holy fire and wind. Give us a minute, a minute, a minute moonlit slice of hope. His illness is not what killed him. If it were, it would have killed me. If you ripen slowly into awakening, the initial shock wave spreads out and flattens. The realization comes that we're all given the gift. Ours was given in violence and the timing was off. The gift was given not less pure, nor less beautiful, nor less healing, nor less magnificent. It was simply less ripe. Unripened, raw, immature. It was too early, too painful, too overwhelming. And we, being hated for having given the gift thrust at us, not ready and not knowing how to handle it, hated and pitied and disgusted by family and punished and mummified and zombified by the society's policemen, those we have affectionately called doctors. What those doctors knew in 1991 shifted in 2002. The nines became zeros and the ones became twos, and soon in 2022 the paradigm will shift again when the elders and dreamers from the indigenous tribes have a voice again. What was called in 1991 a psychotic break, top psychiatrist, PhD Stanislav Grof calls a spiritual emergency, a healing emergency. Our body spontaneously healing itself from unspeakable pain. A psychotic break is a self-healing gift to the human psyche to enter another dimension, to create a womb that can nurture us while we heal, echoing with whale song and seaweed's caress, with sutras suturing our gaping wounds and blood-staining tears tearing through the closed door to the only one who can heal us, the divinity we experience. You know those fucking doctors of modern psychiatry call Ramakrishna schizophrenic, right? And St. Teresa of Avila a hysterical psychotic? St. John of the Cross a hereditary degenerate? And those gurus today, even Sadhguru, who achieve the deepest states of meditation and do not require food or water for weeks, are practitioners of artificial catatonia. I've known this since 1991, when my spiritual emergency carried me to the kingdom come through my third eye, beheld prophetic vision. No, it was a psychotic delusion. I say with Dr. Goff, it was a spiritual emergency, a holotropic state of emergency, because once we have tasted the elixir of eternity, it is impossible to ever satiate us with toxic reality again. Nothing. No taste, no smell, no touch, no sound, no other sight will match it. Once we have met our muse, she calls to us with her voix de sirène, her siren's voice, and we ache to go there again. To finish the healing journey, our body initiated, and that was savagely arrested. Hands bound to doors with chains and locked with lithium and thirazepam, Abilify and Prozac, and shame, rusting doors, rusting chains, rusted. Why? Fear of the shaman, the guru, the seer, the truth teller, fear of those of us can slip back and forth dimensions without a single drug, like yogis in a trance or Buddhists in meditation, interpreting the in-between, conquering the elevation at will, until the door closes, leaving us no way back to reality except by wind and fire and whispers from this side. She's a danger to herself and others. She's a danger to herself and others. Lock her up for life, as well as for all the shamans, the mystics, the monks, the saints, those treading the tightrope of the liminal across the abyss of the real, balancing without fear of falling, because the liminal realm is thicker than rope and we have tolerated the abyss long enough. We tiptoe the tightest rope where only angels and demons dare to tread, and we salute both on our way across. Because we know they're here to teach us something before we have to fall at 9.8 meters per second squared, down, yes. We will do anything to go back, anything to stay a little longer in that safe place before smashing to pieces on the rocks of reality below, knowing we will never find safety again. Aching with the memory of treading gossamer threads of spider silk, tasting the elixir of eternity, the only milk that will ever satiate us again. What almost killed me was not bipolar. It was the shame of bipolar. The misfitism, the it has to be my faultism, the I am a burden to my family who pities me ism. It is not bipolar that kills the bipolar. It's the shame we feel about our ability to climb the heights without a drug, and the shame of the inability to get down by ourselves. The shame of the ability to enter interdimensional space-time shifting at the call of our muse, and the inability to rematerialize back into the sheepskins convincingly enough for the rest of y'all, because we haven't mastered the rules of travel yet. What saved me was giving up the gift. I willingly gave back the gift. I decided to be accepted as one of y'all. I had to give up the gift until y'all caught up with the feather falling so that we're all ready to sit at the table and open our gift at the same damn time. They said that's what Buddha did. I ain't no Buddha, but I understand the moral of the story. I'm not telling you this, my friend, to shame you. I am telling this to you because you are wrong. Your brother's illness did not kill him. His access to waking dream state did not kill him. That access was trying to heal him. Your society, our society, shamed him the way it shames all with the abilities of the mystics. The mystics had sense enough to hide in their orders, sense enough to stay away from the rest of us. We're not ready. We're jealous, anxious, and scared to death of the gift. Your brother did not recover his balance in time during your lifetimes together. Yet your brother will be sitting at the table with you and me and every soul ever breathed a minute minute in this dimension, and we will all be ready for the gift and enter into being in time with the one who created all. You can't fix it now. I can't fix it now. But we can do more to admit you're wrong. Your brother was never ill, he was never sick. Call what ailed him anything but a disease for God's sake, or you call me sick too. And I'm not, nor was I ever sick. And neither are those that split this shift dimension and that, but he had to, and we have to choose for now which dimension to pledge our allegiance to. Until we're all ready for the gift. In this plane or another, we will be.